Good night and welcome to Benalmadena's first English news broadcast. Digital Costa del Sol brings you every Friday all the information about this week's news. The work of Cudeca is well known in our municipality, for whose development it is vital to organize events that allow them to raise funds. Next week they celebrate their walkathon, and we make a calling to all citizens to make this solidarity walk.
The Cudeca Foundation organized once again its traditional Marcha por Cudeca walkathon with the aim of raising funds to continue caring for and accompanying people at the end of life. This year there will be 2 walking routes of 10 kilometers and 5 kilometers, a holy color party and a super paella. After the routes, different solidarity activities will be held with live music, games for the little ones, a solidarity raffle, and many more surprises. Cudeca's communication officer, Esther Raez, invited everyone to participate on the walkathon.
This coming June 3rd is a Saturday. We're going to have our traditional walkathon. I'm just trying to invite everyone in the community to join up with us in the walkathon. Please join up, register yourself using our website, that is cudeca.org, cudeca.org. You can do your registration online. It'll be a bit cheaper, but if you do it on the day, you just pay €1 more, and it'll still go. Everything goes to Cudeca Hospice to care for many at the end of life. You're gonna find a lot of sports. It's a family day. We're going to have performances. We're going to have Zumba. We're going to have a magician for the little ones. We're going to have the Holy Colors party. And we're going to have a big paella and a super raffle. Please join up. We're waiting for you.
The event was presented a few weeks ago by the mayor of Benalmádena, Víctor Navas, and Cudeca's manager and medical director, Dr. Marisa Martín. Navas highlighted the changes of this year's edition and thanked Sunset Beach for their collaboration with the event.
The walkathon
is a physical activity which takes place in the incomparable setting of Benalmádena's coastline and is also a resource to help Cudeca in its novel cause of helping cancer patients in the last stages of the terrible disease. I am convinced that the people of Benalmádena will participate as happened in previous editions, in an event that counts with the support of the City Council, the many volunteers of Cudeca and other entities that will participate altruistically to make it an incredible walkathon. We thank Cudeca, the Sunset Beach Hotel, and all the people and entities involved in this edition of walkathon.
Our province's main industry, tourism, is already recovering pre-pandemic figures, creating more employment than in the best year of the sector so far. The accommodation sector leads this increase, with great numbers in the low season.
Tourism is the economic engine of our province, and in the first quarter of this year, it has already created more employment than in the best year lived by the sector so far. So much that 17 out of every 100 employed in the province now works in this sector, according to the latest tourism employment report for the Costa del Sol. The data indicates that in the first 3 months of the year, more than 116,000 people were employed by companies in the industry. These numbers confirm the recovery of tourism, with 10,000 more jobs generated than in the same quarter of 2019, around 9% up from pre-pandemic levels, according to data from the report on the current state of tourism produced by the Costa del Sol Tourist Board. More surprisingly, in the first quarter of 2023, the number of companies in the industry is lower, with 61 fewer tourist business registered than in pre-pandemic times, currently totaling 12,459. The accommodation sector leads the increase in job creation with good results in the first quarter, the low season. According to the Costa del Sol Tourism Employment Report, across the province there are already more than 18,300 workers in the accommodation sector, which has also exceeded 500,000 beds for the first time in this period, With high demand for staff, the growth last March was noticeable as the number of guests in all types of accommodation increased. Nearly 500,000 tourists stayed in hotels, which is more than 27% more than in the same month of 2022, with a notable increase in the number of foreigners, 34.2% more. Likewise, last month, overnight stays in hotels increased by 19%. The data strongly suggests that the sector has turned the final page on the pandemic since, with the exception of the length of stay, still close to 2019 figures. All other statistics already exceed pre-COVID record levels. Campsites were the first to recover trading to pre-pandemic levels. In March, they pulled in 71% more customers, who also increased the number of nights booked by 17%. The boom in travel to wide-open spaces connecting with nature has smashed all records for rural tourism, gaining 134% more visitors and 74% more bookings last March compared to the same month in 2019. The figures in the accommodation sector alone speak for themselves. The group has a whole closed the quarter with more than 1 million guests booked in, 5% more than before the pandemic, and 4.5 million overnight stays, 0.3% fewer than 2019. In the case of the restaurant sector, which employs the most workers, the recovery is very similar. In fact, 72% of the employees in the Costa del Sol tourism industry in the first quarter, 83,130 people, work in the hospitality sector, which represents an increase of 9.1% compared to the same period last year. Besides the growth, an in-depth look at this market highlights that 84% of employees in the tourism sector are salaried, with 66.3% on permanent contract. It is also worth noting that 8 out of 10 staff work a full day. Great number, as all areas of tourism have generated more employment than last year, from accommodation and restaurants to travel agencies, transport, car rentals, and leisure companies.
City Hall keeps working towards a more efficient and sustainable municipality, and this week they announced the installation of LED lights at Arroyo de la Miel Sports Center, highlighting that they will also change the lights in other sports infrastructures.
Sports Councilman Joaquín Villazón visited on Tuesday the Arroyo de la Miel Sports Center to announce the installation of new LED lights on the football pitch. In addition to lower consumption, the lights will provide better visibility and clarity in the facilities during night time. Villazón explained that the installation of LED lights in the football pitch of El Tomillar and the Benalmádena Pueblo Sports Center are already out to tender.
With
this action, we continue to reduce our carbon footprint. During this legislature, there have been several actions implemented to change incandescent lamps in public lighting for LED lights, and we currently have a contract about to go out for the lighting of a sports center and another of €1 million for the rest of the city. The municipal government has always made the renovation and improvement of lighting in the municipality a priority. This line of action pursues 3 clear objectives: improving energy efficiency, reducing pollution, and saving money. The head of sports facilities, Matthias Jagenman, detailed that in addition to the installation of LED lights in the 4 turrets of the football pitch and athletics track, the action includes the incorporation of a lighting ring that will provide light in a differentiated way to the athletics track. The turrets will have a power variator that allows all the lights to be switched on at different voltages, depending on the level of competition being played on the pitch. We are replacing incandescent lamps with LED lamps, and with this action, what we achieve great saving on the electricity supply bill. With this, we also reduce the emission of polluting gases, less CO2 into the atmosphere, being more sustainable and also achieving higher light quality.
Social Welfare Councilwoman Alicia Ladaga made a calling to all families with a member suffering of some addiction. Her delegation offers prevention workshops organized as an action of the Cities Against Drugs program.
The Social Welfare Department organized this week a workshop on addiction prevention aimed at families within the cycle of informative workshops that are being carried out in the municipal social services. Taught by professionals from the delegation with the collaboration of trainees, this workshop is an action that is part of the Cities Against Drugs program, which is developed through a collaboration agreement with the Ministry of Health and Consumption of the Andalusian Regional Government. The contents have focused on providing basic information on drugs and addictions, with a special emphasis on the use and abuse of new technologies by young people. Likewise, the main risk and protection factors that exist in the family environment have been present, highlighting the importance of communication, the establishment of rules and limits, among others. The workshop in group format also aims to promote reflection among the participants, carrying out practical exercises and watching videos, encouraging an active and participative attitude. Yesterday, we spoke with Social Welfare Councilwoman Alicia Ladaga, who gave us more details about this workshop, talking about addiction to platforms and video games among young people. Ladaga explained that the workshop serves to give tools to families, highlighting the success of the first session, and has appealed to anyone who needs help with an addiction problem. City Hall makes a calling to everyone who may be interested in participating in family addiction prevention workshops and encourage them to go to the Social Welfare Delegation for information.
The Municipal Training Center offers courses and workshops in a wide variety of subjects, and last week they announced the opening of the registration period for the next course, organizing phases for the different branches.
Education Councilman Pablo Centella held a press conference last week to announce that the pre-registration period for courses at the Municipal Courses and Workshops and the Municipal School of Music and Dance for the 2023-2024 academic year opens on May 31st. Centella pointed out that more than 2,000 people attend the different courses and workshops offered by the center. After the deadline for renewing the registration of students already enrolled in the Permanent Training Center, we now open the pre-registration for new applicants who want to participate in some of the courses or workshops of this center or the Municipal School of Music and Dance. Every year, the Municipal Training Center attends more than 2,000 students. For the second year, there will also be various workshops available at the center during July. Accompanying the councilman was the head of studies at the Municipal Training Center, Maribí Ortiz, who explained the pre-registration will be organized in phases and gave the dates for those interested in workshops and languages. The deadline will open on May 21st. From this date until the 6th of June, there will be a renewal period for the ceramics, handcrafts, painting, theater, weaving, and tapestry and Tiffany workshops. Pre-registration for language courses will take place from June 7th to 13th, covering English, German, Arabic, and Spanish for foreigners. Ortiz also gave the dates for the academic courses, information courses, and the Municipal School of Music and Dance, announcing that there will be summer courses. The academic courses and computer science will renew their enrollments from June 14 to 15, and in the School of Music and Dance, pre-enrollment will take place in 2 periods. Dance will be from June 19 to 23 and music from June 26 to 30. Pre-registration can be done online or in person at the Municipal Training Center from 4:30 to 8 in the evening and on Thursday from 9:30 to 1 in the afternoon. As for the summer courses, they will be held in July with a price of €10. They will cover different activities such as languages, theater, handicrafts, ceramics, and painting for both children and adults.
And these are today's headlines. Cudeca's Walkathon returns. The tourism sector recovers pre-pandemic figures. New LED lights at Arroyo de la Miel Sports Center. Workshop Against Addictions in Social Welfare. Registration period open for the Training Municipal Center. The weather forecast for the weekend will leave us with cloudy or overcast skies with locally heavy showers and thunderstorms that may occasionally be accompanied by hail and mud deposits, more likely and intense during the early morning. From the afternoon onwards, rainfall is less likely on the coast, with clearings opening up. Temperatures unchanged with lows of 16 degrees and highs of 24, variable winds tending to westerly on the coast. And that's all. Thank you for watching us, and remember, you can stay updated on our website or social media profile on Facebook and Twitter. Have a good night and enjoy the weekend.